Hey, I'm Chase, and I'm at the Sharks game versus Minnesota Wild, and you are watching Post to Post. The comeback is real!
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. And you guys have been waiting a very, very long time for us to make this video. I would probably say definitely over 200 suggestions for this video, or requests for us to make this video. I apologize that it's taken longer than originally anticipated, but here we are. We have the time available to do it now, and we're going to do it. So there's 14 logos in the second league in Sweden. It's called HockeyAllsvenskan.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Sorry. So these are European logos, and with European logos, there's a lot of history that goes into this artwork. Not a lot of these logos get changed throughout the years. They have much more of an appreciation for the history of an original logo than us North Americans do. With all our NHL logos are all fancy and bunch of animals and all kinds of stuff. So.
And I think even the logo itself is less important because, you know, in North American sports or hockey in particular, the logo is the biggest thing on the jersey.
It's the only thing on the jersey.
The only thing,
or
Reebok or Adidas or something down in the corner somewhere. But in Europe generally, and in Sweden is no exception, the logo might be a very tiny thing. And the rest of it is advertising everywhere else. So the logo is very much subservient to all the other graphics that are
and that's the way that league works, because that's the way it has to make its money.
That's how the money comes in.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just different than the way that we do it.
We're not critical.
Nope, that's right.
It's great.
Okay, so there's 14 logos in this league. Like I said, I've ranked them 14 to 1. There's no right or wrong here. Totally subjective.
And this is a league that the teams make up from one year to the next will change.
Yeah, it's relegation.
Because they have relegation and promotion. So sometimes a team from this league will be promoted into the Swedish Elite League, and other times an Elite League team will be relegated to this league.
That's
so
right.
There's a bit of movement back and forth. Some of these names that you're going to see here are familiar.
And if you watch this a year from now or 2 years from now, you might notice some of these teams maybe aren't in this league.
But they'll still be playing.
Yes, they'll
be playing in a different league.
Different league.
Maybe up above, maybe down in Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4.
Yeah, who knows? So.
There are many tiers.
Okay, let's start with number 14. So this is last place. We'll go 14 to 1. This is my least favorite logo, and it is Västerviks,
I would say.
Västerviks.
Yeah, Ice Hockey Club, so VIK.
It looks... Well, I know it was made a long time ago, because nobody makes logos with gradients like that anymore. So I'm not a fan of the gradient. It's the same color as the objects and the text on top of the gradient. So it's a lot of clashing that goes on there. There's a lot of text. Like, I don't want to sound like a broken record from all the other videos, but I'm not a huge fan of text. And the hockey sticks don't look like hockey sticks. They look like Grim Reaper.
They look like a scythe?
Yeah, a little bit. So I don't hate it. It's just I don't like it. Yeah. And I mean, you guys have been requesting this video, and I'm not going to pretend to like every single logo just to make you guys happy. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. I don't like this logo. So.
Well, if it's any consolation, I actually do kind of like it.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's not weird or doesn't have some oddball piece of flame or art or something that I don't really understand. It's very straightforward.
And that's the entire purpose of this video, is that there's no right or wrong. You can like something that I don't like, and that's the whole fun. We're just looking at it.
Exactly.
So number 13. You want to pronounce this one?
This one is... I have to lean over a little... okay, it's... well... Tingsthrids. I'll call it Tingsthrids. Tingsthrids. How we doing?
Yeah. I like the shading at the bottom underneath the A, I, and F.
Right.
At the bottom. I actually do like that. I don't like anything else other than that. It's just I don't like that wreath or whatever it is. I know there's a name for it. I don't know what it is. Maybe you know it.
I'd call it a wreath,
Okay.
but I think there is a better name. I'm drawing a blank on that too.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
it's not very imaginative to my opinion. But again, it's all about history with these logos. So
Yeah, Tink Streets.
I don't expect this logo to ever change, and
Probably not. And they're certainly not going to change it because of this program.
heck no. No, and they shouldn't.
No, that's right.
It's also just one color, and that's a bit flat in my opinion. So
All right.
same with the other one. It's just kind of red, or just different shades. So
Okay.
number 12.
Almtuna in Uppsala, Sweden.
So we got some McDonald's colors going on here. I don't.
I'm
know.
loving it.
I guess there's some McDonald's colors in this Brynäs jersey too.
Yeah.
I don't know if. I'm assuming there is McDonald's in Sweden, and McDonald's is everywhere. So I guess some Swedish people might be able to make this connection as well. What's the 9 and the 8 between the 1932?
I couldn't find an explanation for that in my quick scan of the interwebs, mostly starting with Wikipedia. I was unable, but that doesn't mean there's not an explanation out there, it just means I can't find it. But obviously the team, or I shouldn't say obviously, but apparently the team was formed in 1932. I'm guessing that may signify the 8th of September or the 9th of August. I'm thinking more likely the 8th of September.
All right.
That's just a guess. We'll find out in the comments very quickly when our Swedish fans weigh in
Exactly.
on this.
It doesn't remind me. I guess it does remind me of a soccer logo from the Premier League, or a football, whatever you want to call it, European football.
And as might happen here, and I didn't actually look at the football or other ventures, these clubs that play ice hockey also have other branches of the clubs that play in the other sports. So that may actually be similar to, or even identical to, some of these logos to the soccer team, or what we would call football, or other, bandy, or some of the other sports that they play.
Totally.
Yeah.
Number 11.
This is Södertälje, I would say, Sport Club.
Very similar to the other ones. You do get a bit of dimension here with the wreath, or whatever that is, that kind of wraps around the bottom, almost flattened U thing. So that's kind of nice to see. It gives it some dimension. Not a huge fan of the actual color of that wreath, or that almost like a really light brown or beige or something. It kind of, I don't know what to call that. But I do like the yellow and the blue together. I love yellow and blue together, so I have to give a thumbs up for that. But other than that, it's just not working.
And yellow and blue would be similar to, or same as, I guess, the Swedish national team's colors.
Yep.
Then you see the 22/2 on the shield as well.
So is that February 22nd?
I'm thinking that you're onto something.
So that means it would have been August 9th.
Yeah, it could
the other
be.
one instead of September 8th.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be more likely to form a hockey team in September than August.
That's true.
Just closer to the weather season for hockey, but
But February 22nd, I mean...
That's right in the middle of it. But you're joining the league halfway through the season. What's that?
I don't know.
And we could be totally wrong.
Number 10.
Okay. Oscar Shaman, IK.
You get a puck here, which is awesome.
Yep.
I like that.
Good.
So that's why it's above all the others. You get a puck there.
Yep.
I like the red and the blue together. That's a very classic, and the white as well. There's very classic hockey colors. You see that in almost every single league, so that's important. Again, with that, I don't want to keep calling it a wreath, but to me, it looks like a wreath, so I'm just going to keep calling it that. So it's again, all these teams are using the same kind of artwork, which is obviously for good reason and stuff. But to me, an outsider looking in, it's just not very unique. So that's why.
There we go.
Number 9.
Leksands, Idrottsförening. So it's Leksands is what they call them. Leksand, Sweden is the community, and Leksands would be the team that plays in Leksand. So
what does this logo have? Or what doesn't this logo have that all the other ones had?
The garland.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why this one's ahead of all the other ones. And you see some third logos in the NHL. St. Louis has a logo similar to this, where they have kind of a circle with some text on the outside, and then the arch or whatever in the inside. So it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. I like the unique shape of the shield in the middle. I think I like that a lot. And I like the text. I know it's text in there, but it doesn't look like typical English text. It looks like Cyrillic or whatever.
Or even
not Cyrillic, but
almost a Hebrew or
that's what I'm thinking of.
Something like that. Yeah, it has. I'm sure it isn't, but it has that sense to it.
It's just unique. and I like that. So.
Looks like if you opened up the Dead Sea Scrolls, that's in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
That's right.
That team just landed in this league after being relegated from the Elite League this year. Yeah, so they're fighting to get back up there, I'm sure. And they're doing quite well. They're in 4th place with 45 points as we speak.
Oh, you got stats.
I got stats.
Dang.
I'm statted up.
Prepared. Number 8.
Ice hockey, Troja Ljungby. Ljungby.
You really came from the throat there.
Trying, because it's not lung, it's Ljungby. There's like a U
So,
sound.
what do you think the horse represents? You think this logo came from a different sport to hockey, the club?
I do not.
I can't imagine it originated in hockey with a horse on it. But
I can't picture that either. I can't see a horse being an inspirational animal to a hockey team. Not like all the cats that we've seen. We've talked about that many times.
Well, the Calgary Flames do have a secondary or a third.
Oh yeah, the bucking
tertiary logo.
kinda.
The horse, fiery horse. But
could be.
So there's shades of this here. It's all one color, which I don't like. I wish there was a little bit more color to it. But I like that. I like the animal aspect to it. I think that's unique. It's the first animal that we've seen, unless there was some hidden one in the other ones. So yeah, I don't hate this one, but I still don't like it.
They just came up into this league this year from a league below.
Oh, on the way up.
They're on their way up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Now that's lately when I've seen a few things in Swedish pronounced with the A and the circle at the top, it's almost more of an O sound. I think I may have that wrong. Commenters will weigh in, but I think it's Timrå.
So when we did the SHL logos, the person who sent us those logos also sent us this one and said, "Hey, this is my favorite team. Can you include it in the video to get your thoughts?" At the time, we had no plans to do this specific league. And additionally, at the beginning of that video, we said what I just said, that someone sent this, and this team, there's going to be a team here that's not in this league, but we're going to talk about it anyway at the end. That did not stop people from commenting. In fact, 30 minutes ago, someone commented and said, yeah, this team's not in this league. And every time someone comments that, at least once every 3 days, I comment back and say, yeah, I know, we said that in the video. So,
well, if they keep playing as well as they're playing this year, they may not be in this league after this year, because they're in 1st place.
Okay, I was going to say, hit me with some stats.
48 points. And they are the team that several years ago Henrik Zetterberg came from.
Oh, cool.
Timrå.
So for the logo itself, I have no idea what we said about this originally in the original SHL video that we
Neither
did
do I.
6 months ago. But it is definitely unique. I don't think you can see trees in a hockey logo very often, so I guess points for uniqueness. I like the colors, white, red, and blue. You get the bit of a wave kind of at the bottom. It's in a shield, but it doesn't, to me, if I was going to look at that and say, do you feel like this is hockey related, I would say, no, it looks like a forestry logo or something. But
yeah, I would agree. It doesn't look hockey related, but it's certainly culturally related to the economy. So there's a lot of forestry theme in all of Scandinavia, but Sweden and Finland in particular. And there's another team coming up. I haven't seen it yet, so I presume it's higher than this, and that's Modo, where the original name of the team relates to the location of like lumber mills and that kind of thing. So,
and I guess it was related because hockey sticks used to be made from wood. So
yes, I wish they still were. Now that you're on the topic,
bit of a connection.
Now that you've triggered me,
that could be a video in itself, I think. For
yes,
you, but.
Yes, right now.
Number 6.
This is Björkloven, often just called Loven.
So totally unique shape here. We haven't seen anything like this, I don't think, in any other league, and we've done a lot of leagues. I think this is like the 29th league or video that we've done of this. So pretty cool to see a unique shape like that. It's obviously a leaf of some kind, or at least that's my understanding. It looks like a leaf to me.
It's a leaf, and it's not cannabis. That's all about all I know. I don't know what it is, but I know what it isn't.
It's not a maple leaf, and it's not a cannabis leaf. So whatever tree it comes from, I'm sure it's real.
And you pronounce this town Umeå.
Oh,
trying that.
From a lot of throat action again. Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
Yellow and green aren't my favorite color combination, but you see it a lot. Green Bay Packers, and there's other teams and leagues around the world that use this color combination. I don't hate it, but I like the shape, but I don't like the colors. So still, like, this is a tough league for me because I don't think there's any logo that I really like, which sucks for the viewers. But number 5, I ranked Modo.
Modo. They are in Örnsköldsvik. That's where they play. Modo's the name of the team, and it's from Mo and Do are actually two different words that have been put together, but they're old from a long time ago. And
Okay.
Companies have changed names since then. It's very historic, the name of that team, and I'm not exactly sure the foundation of the artwork there and the stars and all that.
Now, I know you're colorblind.
Maybe.
When you look at this logo, what holiday does it remind you of? This is taking longer than I thought it was going to, so obviously you don't see it.
It doesn't remind me of a holiday. I guess I'll just answer
You don't
that.
see Christmas there? The red and the green?
No.
What? Does
No.
that look like green to you? Or does it look like something crazy like brown?
It does look green, but I don't associate identifying and linking things through colors.
Oh.
I do that through shapes. So I don't disagree that those are Christmassy colors, but they don't remind me of Christmas because there's no bells or
There's a star.
holly.
You put stars on top of trees.
There's 3 stars, not 1.
Maybe you get 3 trees for Christmas. I don't know how
There's
they do it
only
in
1
Sweden.
star of Bethlehem.
Whatever.
This team, very historic and very prolific in terms of development of hockey talent. The town here has around 26,000 people, so it's not huge, but they have 6 hockey rinks in that town. And they
6.
have a very active junior and beneath junior development. One of the Sedin brothers came from here,
What do you mean one of the Sedin brothers?
and the other one did too. Peter Forsberg is from here. Okay. Marcus Naslund is from here.
Some pretty big names.
Pretty big names that have come into the NHL. Just because they're in the NHL doesn't mean they're better than if they were in the KHL or somewhere else. But we know them more likely because they play for teams that appear on our news from time to
We're
time.
familiar with. So
We're
yeah.
familiar with. So Modo is a very, very great incubator of hockey talent and performance.
Cool. Back to the logo. I don't hate it. It kind of looks like because it's red, it kind of almost looks like a fireball, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Could be.
But I don't like the green on there. It makes me think of Christmas. And I do like Christmas, but
Only at Christmas time.
only at Christmas time, yeah. And luckily it is Christmas time. But
Ho, ho, ho.
Number 4.
Oh, yeah. BIK Karlskoga.
Yeah, I love the colors, blue and white.
I like that a
classic colors to go together great in hockey sports. It's got the shield in there, which is pretty cool. Bit of dimension with the text kind of not just on top, but coming almost wrapping around it. You get that impression. You got the year there, which is great. Yeah, it's simple. It's not overdone. It's yeah, it's good. I think it would look good in a jersey.
Very good.
Number 3.
AIK, and that stands for the Allmänna Idrottsklubben Ishockeyförening. So, yeah.
Again with that weird like light shade of brown or yellow. It's like almost a yellowish brown or something. Not a fan of that, but I do like the blue and the yellow, and it's got a freaking castle on top. So how can you not like that?
In 2009, I think it is, this team was invited into the KHL.
Really?
They were,
And-
and they thought about it. Their fans, they put it to a fan vote. And I think the fan vote might have been in favor to a point, but then the overall Swedish ice hockey governance said no.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Why did they invite this team specifically? Do you know?
I think maybe at the time they were, kicking butt or good, or maybe ripe for the picking. Why does the KHL invite teams in? I don't know. They're in about the midpoint in the standings in this league. They're 7th out of 14 teams right now, so not disrespectable. They've won some things in the past, I'm sure. But they were relegated down here in 2014 from the Elite League. So when they were invited by the KHL, they were in the Elite League at that time, as far as I know.
It looks like a very royal logo. I don't know how much royalty there is in Sweden, but I get that almost royalty sense from it.
Yeah.
With that badge and the curling and stuff.
And they're in Stockholm, which is the capital, so probably that's where the seat of governance is. And,
Yeah, okay.
And for a long time, Sweden has been a monarchy, so
Do you like this?
I do. Yeah, I like it. Not as much as the last one.
Number 2.
IK Pantern.
Turn.
And Pantern is, I think, Swedish for,
Panther.
hey, you're good.
Does IK stand for black?
I know. It just, nice try.
So this is the most detailed animal that we've seen so far, and only the second animal, I believe, that we've seen so far. I'm not a huge fan of black and yellow together, as you'll know from other videos, but I don't hate it. I do like it. It looks mean. It looks angry. There's dimension because it's almost like a swoop or something that comes in out of the crest and then into the cat. I think that's pretty cool. I would totally do without the ear on the bottom that's separated from the logo, or I would just put it like into the yellow part.
Yeah,
I just have it part of the
maybe,
shield.
or
Having it separated completely is strange, and that I don't know. I don't like that. It's too disconnected. But
Right.
other than that, I do like it. Like the cat.
Yeah. This team plays in Malmo, which is that's in the southern part of Sweden, across the water from Copenhagen.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
yep.
Do you like this?
I do. Not as much as the one two goes ago.
Two goes ago. Great English. Number 1.
So did the horse just do something from behind? Is that what we're seeing there? Like
You think he's ate too much prunes or something, and he's?
I think he's maybe passed some gas.
It almost looks like he did, and then he scared himself.
And then someone lit it.
And someone lit it. And he's trying to get away. Maybe. Yeah, it's a horse, and he's got this long, like jaggedy mane, kind of coming down. He looks angry. He looks aggressive with the lightning or the gas bolts, I guess, in the back, whatever you want to call them. Red and white look good together. It's got some black in there. I like it.
And that's your number 1.
That's my number 1. Yeah, I like this the best. Fighting horse.
This is the hockey club Vita Haston. So just in case we haven't said that yet. Is that the year at the bottom?
1967.
1967.
Good year.
Good year for windbreakers.
For windbreakers.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, good year for windbreakers.
What do you mean?
The breakers of wind. Break wind. Anyway.
Bad joke.
Clearly comedy
Thumbs
is
down.
not my strong suit. Yeah. Really?
Yeah, you don't like it?
I don't dislike it, but it's not my favorite. I think if we step back to that one 3 goes ago. Yeah.
Number
I
4.
like that Karlskoga a lot. And the very first one you did. But that you didn't like because it had the circle and just the text in it. I kind of like that one as well. But I think my favorite would have to be your number 4.
Okay.
So
Cool.
good thing is there's no right or wrong answer.
That's true. Yeah, you got it. There's definitely no right or wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's that wraps up. That's everything. So thank you guys very much for watching. We appreciate it. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And look out in the future for the next logo ranking video, which unfortunately, if you like these kind of videos, probably won't be for a couple weeks or a month, because the NHL season is...
There's just so much going on.
So much going on. There's
So much
to talk
going
about.
on.
And the focus of the channel will always be the NHL, even though we love to talk about other leagues. Yeah, so thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.